Is there actually gold in this package of aquarium gravel? Well, a popular YouTuber that goes by the name of Klesh took a bag of this and he panned it out and actually found a significant amount of gold inside. So I wanted to see if I could replicate that experiment. So this is the exact same kind of gravel he got. Aqua Naturals Ice White Natural River Gravel. I'll post a link to this very package, the same as he did. And we're gonna go through this and see if we can find any gold. Now on the back it says USA distribution is in Gadsden, Alabama. And there's another label on there that said Australian distribution, Kenmore, QLD, Australia. So I would expect, since I'm in America, that this would have come from Alabama, but I really don't know where it would have come from. I tried to email the company and ask where they source this, and they did respond, but they kind of gave me an ambiguous answer. They said they source their material from different locations. One thing I can tell you though, this is definitely not natural river gravel. Natural river gravel doesn't look like that. But let's open it up and take a closer look. It's got a special opening terror there. Look at that. Now let's dump a little bit of this out on this black sheet so we can get a good look at it. Now a natural river gravel certainly does not sort itself with this amount of pure quartz and this size, and I'd classify these pieces as subangular. River gravel is generally going to be a little more rounded than this, so they certainly did not pull this from a natural stream. But it does look like it has been tumbled somewhat because it is at least a little rounded. Right off the bat, I would think that maybe if there is potentially gold in this, this would be a byproduct of mining somewhere. I asked the company if they source their material from mining byproducts. They didn't confirm that for me. So that's still a bit of a mystery. Now the way Klesh went about doing this is he searched through the gravel and he looked for pieces that had any sign of mineralization in it. Pure white quartz isn't going to have gold in there, but pieces like this, mineralized quartz, that's where it's more likely to have gold that would precipitate. So he took all the pieces that showed at least some sign of mineralization and he separated those. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm being pretty liberal with what I consider to have any color. Anything with the slightest yellowish tint or mineralized tint, I'm putting to the side. That colored glint there looked a little shiny, but doesn't really look like gold to me. I'll keep checking them out, and if I see gold, I'll let you know. Feel like a diamond merchant.
This is glass grade. This is pure glass.
I see something shiny. Let's take a closer look at that one. That one's got a little something in there. I'm not sure that I'd say that looked like gold though. Maybe little sulfides. There's some green in this one. Green is a sign of copper. Potentially copper. It's so small though, it's really hard to tell. But green is a pretty color anyway. So curious on what this material is from. I would assume it's the byproduct of something. Are they sorting out this quartz? Is it waste rock of some process? I mean, I wouldn't think they would target a mine of this stuff just for aquarium gravel. It's gotta be a byproduct. I'm just taking anything that has even a shadow of a speck of something. Not seeing anything that looks like gold yet. There are some pieces that look just like what Klesh was finding in his experiment, so I don't see anything that would suggest this is different material. Of course, it's kind of hard to know, isn't it? Almost through it all. Don't have too many mineralized specks. You ever see those people that put together like white puzzles? Doesn't look fun at all to me. To each their own.
Such a sad little man.
So I've gone through all that material, and this is the little pile of mineralized pieces that I found. I'd say that's comparable to what Klesh had. So now let's take that to the next step, which is pulverizing. Now I could try grinding this up to see if there's anything in there, but even Klesh didn't find any gold when he tried that. He only found gold in the mineralized pieces. So I think I'll settle for the results I got. Now I'm trying to duplicate everything exactly the way Klesh did in the video, and he took just a plain old blender to grind up his rocks. Now my mother-in-law picked this up for me at a garage sale for 25 cents, so I don't really care if I destroy it. So we'll just dump this in there. So that seems to have worked moderately well. Now I took my pan and I scrubbed it because I want to make sure there's no contamination. And if you use one pan for gold and then use it again later, it's actually fairly easy for a few specks of gold to get stuck in that pan, and it's very easy to cross-contaminate. But I've scrubbed this out and I think we're pretty much clear of any trace of gold. And this is a small operation, so I'm just going to pan it in my pan, add a little jet dry, and dump this in. And this has never been used for any gold ore before, so definitely won't be cross-contamination with that. Now, quartz is very light compared to the gold, but I'm still going to be really careful with how I pan this, because I want to be able to see even the tiniest speck of gold if it's in there. And at this point, when Klesh pulled it back, he saw a significant number of specks. So what do I see here? Not much. So it looks like a lot of metal shards in there, probably from the blender. And I don't see anything that looks like gold. Just gonna take a regular magnet and see what that does at the bottom of the pan. You can see it pulls. Hello, glare. And there it is, all pushed up into a little pile. It appears like there's some sulfide material there. Some purple minerals. I don't know what that is. That's kind of cool though. And absolutely zero sign of gold. So in Klesh's video, he found some nice chunky pieces, and when he weighed it up, it was 0.04 grams of gold. I have not even the faintest trace of a speck. Now, I don't know Klesh, I've never met him. He seems to have a pretty good reputation online, and the company says it sources its material from different places, and rocks are definitely not homogeneous. They vary a lot. So even if it did come from the same place, what gets put in one bag is not necessarily going to be the same that's put in another bag. However, when using tools that have already been used for processing gold, it can be incredibly easy to cross-contaminate your samples. I just have a very hard time believing that anybody could pull 0.04 grams of gold out of a 10-pound bag of aquarium gravel. So I'm just trying to think of possible ways to explain that. But if it's all the luck of the draw, I simply didn't get a lucky bag. But you guys, let me know what you think. Should I try it again and try to get a different result? Some people say that's a definition of insanity, but it's also part of doing science too, right? Anyway, it was still a fun experiment. Thank you guys for coming along. Come on back for the next one. Bye-bye.